Hello, people. I don't know why that fade is so slow now. It didn't used to be. It used to be perfect. It used to work. Hello, people. How are we all doing today? I hope you are well. Evening, Daniel. Evening, John. Evening, Finley. Hey, Finley. How you doing, mate? Evening, Timothy. Evening, Mike. Much appreciate that, mate. Evening, John. Yeah, it's been a difficult one. Evening, Jez. For at least an hour. Nice. Evening, Dan. Evening, Liz. We lived in Thailand for a year. You know why you didn't get the meaning of what was wrong. Enlighten us, Liz. I'm guessing there's a culture thing there about them not knowing wrong or something. I get anyone who's trying to understand it and know what it is, but it's a difficult one. Ian, my evening, Ian. How you doing, mate? I hope you well. You got to remember two things, right? You got to remember two things. I like the slow fade. It's out. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not too bad, mate. How are you? I feel Danny poured some oil on troubled waters at the press conference this afternoon. He seemed prepared and got only enough why to negotiate with you. I think he wants to get it over and done with. I think he wants to get whatever's happened with this lack of communication sorted, right? I generally think he wants to get it done, finish it off, and move on. Because I think he's probably annoyed with it all now. I will say this. The bit that gets me out of all of it is the whole saying of, why will that not send? The bit that gets me is by turning around and saying the whole thing of, I'll talk to him tomorrow, and then they're still not spoken. And I get it. I understand it. But I also have the whole thing of that whole, I'm not going to chase him. He's got to come to me. As a business owner, you go and speak to your employees. If you've got a policy that you speak to your boss once a week and they haven't phoned you in 2 weeks, you pick the phone up. You go, hey, what's up? What's happened? How come you've not rang me? Is there a problem? And then you figure out, I think the lack of not being able to, Danny got to call him, not the other way around. I don't like that, but I also don't like the fact that it's like Danny's waiting on him to call. It's like two parties haven't understood what's going on, and I get it. Fair play to Danny. Yep. One has richer than you, one has richer than you, and owns a business. Why would you ask someone who has less money than you? I get that. I understand that. That Thai culture. I understand that. That's fine. But you're not in Thailand. You're not doing business in Thailand. You're doing business in England. You have to have the thing where if you're going to a different place to do business, you respect their way of doing business. You don't bring your way of doing business over to that country. You do it a different way. I get what you're saying, and sometimes these cultures don't correlate. Like right now, that doesn't correlate here, but you have to learn to do business in that country that way. And I think that's the thing that has got me a little bit. If you can't do business in that country the way you want to, maybe the way of doing it, you have to try and do it a different way, right? The problem with a lot of that fan forum, one, DC is crap at fan forums. We can all officially say this now. DC is absolutely crap at fan forums. I wish you wouldn't do them. I won't lie. I wish you wouldn't do it. He'd have to. You got to give credit for the answer about the question. I thought the questions were good. I thought the questions were actually good. I thought they had to go in that direction a little bit. Some people give Rob Staten a little bit of grief now and again, but I think on this one he had to go a little bit hard, and fair play. But at the end of the day, I understand why he did. You need to get answers. He could have gone, Jay. To say we all know that we're not going to keep him forever. He may be probably gone by the end of the season. Like, that's the thing. And I think we've all said when he goes, we're going to miss him, but it is what it is. You got to give him credit for answering about the questions. He said, let's have a look. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Asking questions. Said he's my boss. If I have to ring him, I will. Perfect answer. He answered everything spot on. Definitely got vibes of you would be rich, would be as rich as I am if you knew what you were talking about. You're not, then shut up. Yeah, 2. Need to be older than he is there. Respect when you're talking to him. If you are younger, he won't like it. Again, Liz, he's in a different culture. I understand what you're saying, but if you're in a different culture, you go to how that culture's done. You don't bring your culture and set that value on. His dad, there's a really good interview with Chansiri's dad that actually says, learn to where you're doing business. I get what you're saying. I understand it. I do get it. I get what you're saying, there's a cultural difference. But he shouldn't have to be the one to chase. If he wants... What should have happened in December was the list goes in. January the 1st, if DC hadn't had a phone call from Danny on, say, I don't know, the 31st of December, and it's the 1st of January, DC should have picked up the phone and gone, hey, by the way, it's January the 1st. I haven't got your list yet. Who are you wanting? Let's have a conversation. Solves everything. Solves everything. You don't have the thing. You don't have this whole thing of going, he said, she said, by the seashore kind of thing. And this is the problem we've now got. We're now going into a situation where it's he said. Who do you believe? DC phoned Southampton and said take him back to fight up because no one was kissing him. Oh, God, don't say that's Sharman Sunset. Journalists get to ask question. Good grief. Yeah. Good luck, Danny. He will be... He needs to be back. Hi, mate. I hope you're well. If you were a supporter, what would you do now? What can you do? Glenn, like, generally, what can you do? And I'm going to say this right now, Glenn. Don't get arsey tonight. I am not in the mood. So respect what I say and go from there. Just be aware. It's been a very hectic week with this week. And I don't have the patience for crap tonight. Just putting it out there. What I would do is, if you are going to protest, do it respectfully. If you can get a proper protest going. Like, maybe you empty out the stadium at the 10th minute and there's no one in the stadium because it's 10 years of Chancery. Yeah, but Glenn, there are people who literally, their only luxury is going to Wednesday. That is their only luxury they pay for. If you're one of the people who say don't go, but then you have a mate that goes and you rip him a new one for going, don't do that. That's their choice. Your choice is not to go. Their choice is to go. Anyone doing that, you're splitting the thing, and that's what Chancery wants. Rob Thurton took one for the team. He asked the awkward questions at the start so it wouldn't get bad-tempered. True. I don't think it got bad-tempered. I generally don't think it got bad-tempered. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it got bad-tempered. I think it was okay. I didn't see bad temperament. What I saw was a manager just frustrated that he wanted to talk about the game and he got questions about it like he knew. I meant this afternoon. Yeah, that's what I mean. This afternoon questions. Because Rob Statton didn't say any questions at the fan forum. No, support Salter can do nothing because DC proved before he doesn't exactly what he wants. And that thing, he doesn't do what he wants. But I'm saying in general, Glenn, I'm saying in general, don't let, if you know a fan that does that, don't do that. Tell them not to do that. Because that's not fair on that fan. That's their choice. Because I know fans that all go, you're going to the game on Saturday, aren't you? It's like, yeah, well, why are you doing that? Boycott him. You have to be careful. I meant in general, not you. Regardless who spoke to or didn't speak to, it doesn't need airing in public. Forums should be dealt with in-house. I agree. Supporter Salter can't do. Yep. 3, he will only talk with ties about money. He will not talk to you about anything important. It's like talking to Mackin about life. I get it. I do get that. I do get that. They are very proud when it comes to money and stuff, so it won't be a thing. I think the thing is, when he turns around and says, find me a buyer, that's very clear. So I don't want to sell. So if you want me to leave, you do all the legwork. You go find the buyer. You put them in front of me. You give them my email address. You try and get them sat down to speak about the books. That's what that meant. It didn't mean like go fight. And then when people were asking about the valuation, people wanted the valuation so they could turn around and say, this is how much you want for it. But that comes in negotiation. And Glenn, yeah, like worker say, it wasn't directed at you, mate. It's in general. There were people out there who are like that, whether you like it or not. Yep. We all have passion for the club, don't we? And we don't like what's going on. We made individual choices if we go or not. Yeah, and the thing is, there's a lot of people who didn't buy season tickets. And a lot of people go with the kids. They go with the kid to make memories. For them, it's a day out. If the football shit, it's shit. But it's a good day out with the kid. That's the thing. So I'm already wound up for this because I'll be honest with you. I hate these fan forums because what it does more trouble than the worth. Because what it does, for me personally, from what I've always seen, it always divides the fan group. These always divide the fan base. And then we have a side that's pro-Chancellor, we have a side that's pro-manager or the club, and then it gets messy again. I find it very difficult at times to believe what DC has said, because there have been times where we've been told other things and it's been something else. I won't lie. But at the same time, we have to... It's there. It's out in the open. We know what's been said. I think the thing is, for me, it's like there were bits where he would turn around and go, I know what Danny wants. But kind of think it's like, well, if you know what Danny wants, you've been spoken about what happens. There's been something spoken about the list or the transfers he wants in. Something in that sense has happened. And I think sometimes during that fan forum, there were things that he was getting annoyed at. He apologized to the fans as well, which is something I don't think Chansiri's done before. I could be wrong, but I don't think Chansiri's ever come out and just said sorry to the fans for how it was. But at the same time, there's a lot to unpack in a space of, what, 7? It was about 5 hours of the press conference. And the problem is, it kept on being the same question, but in a different way, or the same question after this way. And I think the problem is when you keep doing them, where it's the same question constantly, it gets to the point as annoying for the person answering, because like, I've said this already, let's go to this. Like when was the last time you spoke to Danny Rull? He got said December. What's your clear? And the thing is, we have a good relationship. And the thing is, I think Danny today did it really well. I think he did really well with how he answered stuff. The thing is, I've always said that the fan forum should be done on after the last game's been kicked off, and you kind of have a season review. I think that's the best way of doing it. I'm just saying, for my part, it's annoying me. It's annoying everyone, mate. I get it. Everyone's pissed off with it. I hope no prick tried to get Mutt to Biles if they think Chancellor can. Sharp and I keep getting some of you keep tagging me on Twitter and Elon Musk, and it's doing my chuffing head in. Even if we just held them in June. Yep, Musk, Ian, apparently is after little cousin to his dad. I just hope it doesn't derail the season. That's my issue. My issue is that it derailed the season. If it's true that DC said the fans should sell the club, I've reported they should, then they already do. They consider sell out a whale allocation and must tolerate fans of the UK. I agree. Chancellor needs to grow up. Bet his breast thinks. Let's not go to personal attacks, Max. At the end of the day, let's not go personal attack. There's no need for that. That comment's no need. Chancellor needs to grow up, fair enough, but let's not go personal. There's no need to having a personal attacks, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, this is where we lose the argument if you start attacking him personally. Then he has right to say left, right, and centre. This is why he went in so heavy at the start. And the thing is, the business need to we need to have player coming in. Danny made it very, very clear today that he wants to get this sorted. He wants to get this out in the open. Not out in the open because it's already out in the open. But in a room, sat down and finished. This is what I want. This is what I want to try and do. Can we get the people in? Done. And that's the kind of thing we should do. And that's how I think it should go. Max, you're getting timed out. I recognise your name. You've been in before. If a mod can time Max out, I'll appreciate it, please. If folks know what DC is like, are going to moan at him, you know what the response will be. Why waste your time by attending? True. Same old thing for the owner. He will not change. I agree. I do agree. Hang on a minute. I'd had you in before, mate. And no offense, I'm not in the mood to deal with idiots tonight. I'm only timing out for a bit. There you go. The fans will suffer long term. They have followed the club through thick and thin. Again, mate. I genuinely don't know what you do. He owns the club. He doesn't want to sell. Or protesting could disrupt the fans. Him literally doing what he's done could upset it. I don't think Chansiri doesn't care if we protest or not. He said that. He basically said, don't come if you don't want to. Don't buy a ticket. That was his thing. I just don't know DC, even though it's halfway. I feel better for it, yeah. I don't have the answer. I don't think anyone has the answer. It's difficult. It's the same thing every season. We get positivity going. Then right before a big game or moment, DC pops his head and throws. It does feel like that. It is every time. It does feel like every time we're a bit of politics into Chansiri wants take that with a big grain of salt. Take it with a big grain of salt. I seen the tweet. I seen Adam Shaw's thing. And I'm not saying it's not true. But at the same time, has it come from like this is from the deck of Adam Shaw or something like that? Take it with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. If it is, then he's never selling us. If that is how much you want for a club, we're never getting sold. I don't have the answers. I don't have any answers as to what happens next. Neither do I. We've all forget it if we massive past Leeds. Yep. I think we just need to take it on faith value at the moment that Danny's going to sort things out with DC. DC at the moment is fitting his dummy out because he isn't the main character at the moment. And Danny tells Hanson to do one faith value at the moment. There's nothing else to. At the minute, I want it to go back to football. Generally, I just want it to go back to football. Get back to football. Let's talk about the football and go from there. Hopefully, we'll get players in. And I can generally see us. I generally can see us, like, very much so having a really busy late transfer window. Or even worse, so it's interesting. And the thing is, we get back to football and we win the game. It's a little bit easier. But it's difficult. It's very difficult to have this. 61 people watching, 19 likes up people. I much appreciate it. There's also no Adam Shaw thing on Twitter doing. I have seen it. Yeah, basically he put someone who answered one of the questions about the American investment emailed and said, would you like to have your response? And they did. And it was interesting. But I don't like the thought, but think Charles is gonna go red side. I don't think it's a fight DC. grumpy old Sim. Grumpy Al Sim. I don't think it's to spite him. I actually think it's a case that if he goes red side, A, Charles doesn't have a choice. He goes where he's sent. B, if they're selling him, that's the big one. If they're selling him, they're trying to get money back into their thing. If it's a sale, he gotta go. He's accepted. He will destroy the club rather than allow fans to dictate to him about money. Pride is everything. Yeah, oh no, Liz, I get that. That's the one thing he will do 100%. He will destroy the club before anything else. And I completely believe that. Let's just think football and not politics come on Wednesday. Danny Roll. Yep, that's Army. How you doing, mate? Solution for midfield if Charles does go back. Chalobah is injured. Yes, he is. If Palmer the answer, or maybe Pater, that's not a bad shout. I did see Palmer doing gym work elsewhere, like privately. So I have a funny feeling he's been called upon, ready for getting going. I think within the window, players will be brought in without we had that. I also wouldn't be shocked if Charles stayed the season. Gary, I wouldn't be shocked because I think DC will see a bit of goodwill and a bit of help for Danny. The thing is, if they're wanting a bigger loan, they're wanting another loan fee kind of thing. But the other thing is, yeah, Charles had been recalled and Danny confirmed it and DC confirmed it. Here's the thing. There's been nothing official on Southampton's bit and there's been nothing official on ours yet because I don't think it can officially be recalled yet till the 7 days. So those 2 games. Ian Bell 123, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Not too bad. I hope you're good. All we as fans can do is go back to football and let Danny help sort out to talk to each other and get some. Yeah, exactly. Some of the signings offers are making are really good. I thought they were in an embargo. I could be wrong. It may be suspended. Palmer, Patter, midfield in Trenchard. DC better get the money out for Shea. Loan P. Roll and DC have something up their sleeve. Charles will resign. Then it's playoff. Thing is, the bit that got me in the fan forum was that we got something behind the scenes. I don't know if Danny's going to be okay with it, but we got something behind the scenes. And that's the bit that went me go, what's that? What behind the scene? What are you cooking up? The uncles are said to be interested in Charles, but I think it's a wind up there. Obviously, worry if we're catching them, unlike the uncles said to Southampton. We'll see, mate. They got money to spend. They looked at him in the summer. They wanted him in the summer, and because the takeover wasn't done yet, they couldn't get him. So it's interesting. Can't imagine Southampton. Run Pump Man, they couldn't do the compo for Coburn and Danny, and so I don't know how good they are. Some of the managers they were going for, they won't pay the compo, so we'll see. I do think Southampton asking for another fee is a bit out of order. I do think that's out of order, I agree. Just to fight us, the type of people they are. Just signed Michael Heck, who was at Barnsley, solid centre-back, someone who, good player. He was somebody I would have had on the list of players to come in. Really good centre-back, would have been good for us, but hey, what it is. Roll, yeah, I won't lie, Roll was brilliant today. Roll was absolutely brilliant with everything he said, and I still think he might be gone at the end of the season. With everything, but he's in a contract. If somebody wants him, they'll have to pay the compensation package for him, even if it's at the end of the season, because his contract is ending 2027. So if he's here till the end of 2027, I'll be very, very shocked. But I don't see him going yet, because if he sacked him, he's got to pay him out. If DC sacks him, he's got to pay him out, and that's more money. And if you're talking about money and stuff, that's the kind of thing. Roll were perfect. The relegation primarily says, and we're willing to use parachute payment to get Roll, maybe. Any new interest in defenders? Left back. That Ryo Hatsu. who's training with us at the minute. They're going to sit down and have a talk tomorrow about it and go from there, and then we'll see what happens. JD thinks we'll pick someone up now, either the loan or permanent, who had caught you out of the possible replacement. For Charles, I haven't actually had to sit down and had a look. It's been that busy the week, Sharman. I haven't had a chance to really look at anything properly. It's a difficult one because if Chalobah's injured again, you're going to be looking in like maybe looking at some academies. And I think the one that we got a good relationship with Man City's academy. It wouldn't be bad taking one of Man City's young lads and just shoving them in the middle and see. I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a check to see. I originally wanted Harvey Vale from Chelsea, but I didn't see that happen. Southampton want more money for a great player. Can you blame them? I can't blame them, but they've agreed a loan fee already. That's the thing that gets me. They've agreed a loan. They've already got the loan fee agreed. They're recalling to get us to pay more of his wages, I think. Because I think it's the case that they were paying most of his wages, where we paid him a loan fee. The best thing we can do if we want Danny is get promoted. True. Won't need share replacement. Quite obviously, DC will bring him back and say this club. Again, he did turn around and said there's a chance that he can get something sorted. He did say there's a chance he can get something sorted and hopefully get him back. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see because we, as a club, we're bloody annoying at making players better. We're very, very good at making players better. So Shane Fuse is online practice. Yeah, I think that's a good one though. I actually do think that's a proper good one to do, to be fair. Because Sean needs a loan. I think Gab will play a couple of games at minute. Excuse me. But Sean, he was there, right? Sean was out on loan when we thought Charles wasn't going back. We already thought he wasn't going back, so it was like, okay. Okay, well, I read that long Adam response thing. It is very interesting, Jack, but I think when he did the interview with Rob Staten, I think it was a better way of doing it. Because it was a bit more than an official channel, but I get it. I do get it, but we'll see. Kind of thing. Thinking if we chance areas, he throws his toys out the pram, annoys the fans, then does the right thing, like bring transfers in or give new deals, like with Danny. He's done it so often. Yeah, there is a little bit of a path of what he does with this. There is a little bit of you can go with the path kind of thing. I'm good, mate. How are you? Any more news on Jack McKenzie from Aberdeen? We are still looking at him and hopefully trying to get a deal in place. But if he came in, I think it's either going to be a deal where we get him in the summer as a pre-contract job, or we're going to try and get it on a cut-down thing. I agree. I can play better, but team's player not been brilliant or improving our own. I think we do need to improve our own. I generally do. I think the academy need to start doing that. It's like the lad that we were looking at from Bradford's ex-academy. I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good winger, the kind of player we should be looking at. But it's getting him in. And at the minute, when you've got everything going on, I want us to bring more players from the academy. According to a tweet, an agreement for No One Left Behind sponsorship was made. Then it was crudely made contract, showed up with loads of unagreed extras thrown in. Part 1. Yeah, I think it was something stupid. It went up to like 60k in extras, which is insane. What's the crack with the Chinese lad? Chinese lad? What Chinese lad? Chinese lad? Oh, Japanese lad. Yeah, he's training with us, Dupop. He's training with us. He's been training with us last week or so. maybe looking at hopefully doing a deal for him. They're going to have a sit down tomorrow and speak and see if they can get something done. He seems to have done well. That one's an odd one, to be fair, because originally, like, when I heard it, I was like, okay, he's done this before, Danny, where he's invited people to come train and just see what they're like. And then he's no Japanese players that ever played for Wednesday. And he said to kind of look at it, so it's interesting. Jay, do you think we should sign any sentences? I'm not reading your stuff, Max. Go away. Any Japanese? No. Only thing I did not understand with Chansey is saying Danny's not sent a list of players for Danny to say he has talked to recruitment. It seems a lot. It's all down to lack of communication. It's all down to lack of communication and lack of talking to people. And it's all due to that situation which Danny said. We need to sort the communication out. One of the things he said today was very much of the, me and the head of recruitment felt we gave our list to Paxo. Then everyone's had a go at Paxo about it, kind of thing. So it's all, at the end of the day, everything's a he said, she said, he said, she said. And it's all just dub me head in. Can we do this it's like every other season we have a he said, he said, he said. And it just gets petty. I reckon it's all mind games. We'll keep them. Sign Charles on a permanent deal. When we get promoted and a chance to will sell the club, then we get to Prem. I hope so. That would be nice. There's another extra who suddenly wanted a 60k more the day after the second sponsorship training kit was already 100k, and because of Daisy Cruz, the regret the deal was I had to turn it down. Kabuda Fish, how you doing, mate? How do we work on Ubbo? Could we work with Smith? I want two up top. Because I don't think this three works where it's Gasama, Masaba, Ugbo. It works if you've got Smith, but I don't think it works with Ugbo. I think they need to find a way to get him in. You and I have said for a while, look in the Asian market. We have. Asian market, MLS market. It's a good market to find players. Kabachi was one like from the Polish thing where you can get some good deals. Thanks for that workout. Much appreciated. Their takeover made AS and the contingent respect. Representative made alleged Chansey wanted 250 million, refused to sign an NDA, but signing an NDA is a legal bit to start selling. Yep. Talking about Akane, what do you think about Fernandez? He should get a chance for the first team. I really hope he does. He's improving. Fernandez is getting a lot better. He just needs to bulk up. If he can bulk up a little bit more in the summer, I think he's probably got a chance. 66 people watching, 28 like. Get those likes up, people. Much appreciate it. Got to check out, mate. Have a good one, John, mate. Uragidi would have been perfect in this side. Fizz would have been perfect in this side. There's so many players who are gone who would have been perfect for, but it is what it is. We can't keep going on about players that have either been here or we've missed. Oh my God, Dennis Lord died. Jesus Christ. Okay, bloody hell, Dennis Lord died. Hopefully we get another Pervader. We need a Pervader style player. We definitely need another Pervader style player because I think that's what I think it'll be McNeil and Cads for next season. Too young. I don't mind that. That'll be good. I see Smith and the ref being sold when getting into the 30s. The problem is like people keep talking about like selling Smith and stuff this window. And I understand that, but right now, the problem is you either give them an option of another year and then you go, we're putting an option on, but we are selling you and go from there. It's interesting. And with how bizarre it is, I wouldn't want to sign an NDA protecting any dodginess in the Sheffield winter. It suggests Chansey totally unwilling to sell unless it's ridiculously massive. Who knows? Apparently, the league keeper is crap. I am on a fan channel later. I'm doing a live stream at 9 o'clock. On, let me just find it. I was watching it earlier. He did a one because they got an injury, a bit of an injury crisis at their place at the minute, which is interesting. I am going on. Where is it? Imagine not being Leeds at 9 o'clock tonight, so come join me for that. Pervader's not worth the championship, but it's more the way he had an impact. He had an impact early doors, and then his injury just turned into biscuit legs. R.I.P. Dennis, yep. On top of alleged Chante willing to sell 70% of the club. Yeah, that's the tweet. I like Smith, not the fatty player. He's a good finisher, and he can hold the ball up. I just realised I didn't do mental health checking. So do mental health checking. Check how you all are. Hi, Jay. There's got to be a film to be had with DC stories. So how many players in do you reckon? A left back, 2 centre back, centre half, winger tight, and how many centre mid now? 2 now, I reckon. I don't know if you're going to get that much in this window. I'd like the left back to come in. I think you get 2 centre backs, and you may get a replacement for Charles, and I think that might be it. Might be it. We'll see. 8 for Stannington. Problem is I wouldn't trust sure if I confirm either. The thing is, the way it come out with the statement, I don't know. It's not the channels I would have put it out if it was me. Big fan of Willie Nonso. Don't know if he's injured. Last time I checked, he was okay. Let me check. Last time I checked, he was actually doing okay. There is apparently a £30 million bid for him though, which they could cash in on from Saudi Pro League. So we'll see. It's always the Saudi Pro League. Can't we just all chip in a £5 and buy the club ourselves? Someone did the math. It's like if we all threw in something stupid like. I think it was like £100 as a fan base. We could like do something. It was something actually did massive funny. It does feel a little bit like baiting Chante to state how much he would actually sell club for. If we went for 2 up top, where do you play Gassama? I feel it needs to be in a team with his recent form. You either shove him as a winger, or you're playing behind. But then, where do you put like some like Josh or something? I know what you're saying on that one. I think you would have to just have him play the winger and cut inside, but it could work. Have a good one, Dannington, mate. Have a good one. Lee's attackers gone and had a field day against our defenders. They will, but they are as ropey at the back at times themselves. But their home record is phenomenal. I think they've only lost once all season. 10 out of 10, still poorly, but had a good day. Gave a lecture to college and went to 30 years ago. Plus great training this weekend on urban realism and other one on the same. Nice. Like that. I don't understand why Chancellor called a fan forum to be negative. Fan forums he forced to do by the EFL. You have to do fan forums. You have to do 2 a season, apparently. And we've done 1. I reckon Punk could buy the club if he's not bought all those shirts. Shush you. The obvious answer is how much you got, and then say who sure actually got that much money. True. The thing is, it's like when you're pricing up a job, and so he goes, I want this, this, and this doing. And then the first reply from somebody who is good at a job, what's your budget? And then you give what you can to that budget. All the sodding audio equipment bought over the years. Shush, you two. With Sean gone and Chalobah on top, Charles going, we are very weak in centre mid now. I don't argue with that one. If we thought we were weak at centre mid is even worse now. If you go, let's have a look. Chalobah injured, Sean on loan, Shea gone. That gives you Barry Bannon, Marvin Johnson, Windass, Ingleson, Jamalo. That's it. We are very short. A solid 6. Not gonna lie, I'm exhausted getting everything sort of for a move. Oh mate, how close are you to moving? True, but the Americans were trying to being the front man for the banker, JP Morgan, would be the one dumping up the dosh. Oh, and I told you all about Shaw. Hate to say it, though. Yeah, I know you have. You're not convinced. And I kind of get it. What are your thoughts about stay standing? Homer797. I think if it's done right and done properly, safe standing can work. I think safe standing at our ground is always going to be a issue and always going to be spoke about in a negative light. Sadly, I generally think it's always going to be spoken as a really, really negative light, whatever we do with it, because of our history. Weirdly, I thought there isn't much of a club statement. There hasn't been a club statement from Southampton. No, there haven't. Left field suggesting, but could Danny do a Warhol and stick his in a cover for his brother? He is pretty good with his feet. I won't lie. He did used to play outfield. And there were times when he was at Man City Academy, they'd play him in midfield. So, not a bad shout. Midfield is old as well. I'm looking forward to some younger players than James Million coming in. Yeah. Went to it was brilliant. Yeah, safe standing can be done really well and done really well. And they need to take some good examples from other clubs that are doing it. And if you can do that, then fantastic. But you got to take the example from other clubs and you got to get it right. And that's the thing. Get it right and it'll be fine. Charles is the new Charles. Yeah. Can Southampton do a statement about Charles yet when he's still out of the next thing? That's my thing. I think they can't do anything until he's officially recalled. Right now, he's been recalled as such, but not officially. Apologies for that. That was gross. Should mute a mic. Or am I wrong there? Can't really say. He can play Leeds and Bristol City, apparently. He can play Leeds, Bristol City, and then he's back. So, who knows? We've had this before, though, where players been recalled. Remember Louis Wing? Wing went and then got sold. It's not the first time this has happened, so it's interesting. A month out the house is currently getting gutted, but my God, why is it so hard to buy a sofa when went in the air, spent 4 hours in that Chove one and wanted it in the first 10 going through all the, oh Jesus Christ, contract. I tried to buy it outright. Jesus Christ. It's because they want you on the, they want the payment plan. They want the payment plan. They're not bothered about you paying it outright. They want it to be on a payment plan. That's how they get you. Worko, the meltdown was only in the press among fans. The club was like, well, I missed something here. Danny did actually see him in high spirits today. He did. The thing is, I've always said though, take what Danny said at the end of a game with a pinch of salt. I've always said this because the Danny in a press conference and then the Danny after a game, they're two different people. After the game, he's still amped up. He's disappointed with what's happened and stuff like that. Contract, I tried to buy it outright. Oh, Jesus. Melto was only in the press among fans. I think the thing is, the meltdown is, Danny, you got to remember, Danny played a very clever game with going, hey, let's go after chairman. So the fans went and after chairman. If anything, DC pulled an own goal on himself. DC pulled an own goal on himself by calling a fan forum during the transfer window. That doesn't help. Work, I think halfway through the presser, Danny said it's a normal process. He did say that. It did seem like the apparent breakdown in relation with big news. It's just that the news, yeah. Where's your drum kit? I'm going to do a mini gig for us. My drum kit is... Hold on a minute. I can show you. Drum kit is... I do this. This is why I like streaming on a Mac. This is Camlink. My drum kit is... there. I just don't get a chance to play it enough at a minute. One of these days I might start play it before I do a stream, but I would have to set up a camera and stuff, and I just can't be asked at a minute. It's been a busy week. DC wouldn't fly to UK just to rattle the fan base. He's obviously DC comes over. DC does come over. He had come over to obviously talk about transfers and stuff, but it's. I'll say it again. The fan forum, the way that, Roland, mate. It's a Roland. It's a Roland. TD. Oh, it's a TD something. I can't remember. I did so much research on it. Jake, give it a song. I would have to find a way of getting it into my Mac as well. Yeah, I think there's also that thing. DC does come over when it's the transfer window. To give DC credit, he's always in the UK when it's the transfer window. So I think there's a bit of that. Also, sometimes I forget how much you had dyslexia until I witnessed you read messages sometimes on here. My God, Jake, some yellow tints. It's not yellow tints that work for me. It's green. But when it's green, then I struggle with that because I have to wear these permanently now. I think DC was one of the 1,000. Give us some. But yeah, it's interesting to see what we do next with Wednesday as a whole, because whatever happens, it needs to get sorted. It needs to get sorted. It needs to get done privately, not publicly. I think this is the bit that's pissed me off. This gets sorted in two easy ways. Danny picks up phone. DC, have you got my transfer list? No, here it is. Put phone down. Or DC, I haven't heard from Danny in a while. Pick phone up. You okay, Danny? Are you fine? What's the issue? Or Danny, before Wednesday, knock. Hey, Danny, how you doing? What's going on? Let's have a talk. It's so easy, but there's been a bit of a case of one doesn't want to talk to the other or doesn't want to do it. It's hard. It's really, really hard to do because it's a simple thing. It would be simple, like, or even Thursday. Knock. Hey, Danny, I'm coming in for a cup of tea. We're gonna have a coffee. We're gonna talk. Let's get this out of the way and done. It's so easy. Snap, dyslexic friend. Work on yellow. Well, that got less laugh than I thought it would. Now I'm very disappointed. I think. Oh, Jack being very disappointed. That's normal. Be nice, wouldn't it? I wonder if it got sent to Paxo and then Paxo didn't pass it on. It could be that the middleman has just not sent it or it got in. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if it sat in DC's junk folder and it gone straight to DC's junk folder? It's just sitting there. It's like, I've not had this list. Go through junk folder. Transfer list. Shit. Can you imagine if it's just sitting in a junk folder? Strangest things has happened. The root of this currently problem is DC getting less involved, which is what people wanted. Yeah, but people wanted DC less involved, but not to the point where he doesn't speak to him, kind of thing. I'm fine with DC getting less involved, but there's being less involved and micromanaging and then ringing the manager. The manager can ring, kind of thing. No, I'm laughing because that's probably what has happened. I'm not even joking. I genuinely think that's what's happened. It's DC in the Marriott in a quiet room watching the phone, seeing if it vibrates on the don't mention hotels and chairs. I found something on Instagram. It took me down a rabbit hole. Worker seemed very much like that. Yeah, it just an email that got lost. It does feel like it. Dyslexias of the world unite. Laughing out loud. You laugh, but that's probably what's happened. Oh, can you imagine if he sat there going, shit, there's a list here. Too many hyperlink to the player profile and go scouting software used, and so the email red flagged it. Yeah, I can. You know what? I can actually see that, Jack. I generally can see that. When are you going to do another joint stream with Jack and his girlfriend Suitcase? Soon. I think we're doing one at the end of the month. I need, to be honest, my sugar journey, I need to wait until Jack gets better because he got ill. He's been licking windows again. Strange, he got a name for his windows as well. So are you scared of Leeds away without New Hugh? I love New Hugh for today. For tomorrow, for Sunday even. God, I'm tired. I hope we turn up and have a big game. I generally hope we have a really big game and do well. Jack girlfriend got licked. Jack, you'll never get laid down. Being less involved in media and shouting his mouth off to fans is what we want less of from channel. No media shit from we are always a lot better when DC doesn't talk to the press. I'll admit this. He's better in a written statement, but I don't want a written statement. The Paxo theory is definitely plausible. Yep. Like the scene from Mike Ford, put the letters under the door, but they all slide on the carpet. Yes. With the window say, like to just memes of well, sadly, the girlfriend of the secret turns out to be DJ with a lot of red flag to person, which is not me. Oh, fair enough. Wait, what? Really? Oh, it's not who I think it is. Never mind. Missed that up. It's not still said about that. No way, absolutely not. To be fair, I sent Chancellor a link to an art about model of Brighton Brentford. He thanked me, but he said he couldn't get the link to work. There you go. There's a possibility. Forfeit and takes the 3-0. Say goal difference of it. Yeah. Chancellor would rather fold as a club than sell us. I honestly believe that. I think there's a lot who think that, to be fair. I will be stopping shortly because I do have to. I've got to get prepared for another stream. We were doing great up until the fan forum were proving while we were doing well. He opens his mouth. To be fair to DC, Danny was the one who started it a little bit more in the press. I'm just going to throw it out there. DC didn't actually start this. Danny technically did. Danny was the one who was getting a little bit annoyed. Let just put a little bit of bit on this. We didn't hear from DC until the fan forum. Danny we've heard from saying he wants to get transfers, so he wants to get this. And he said, beat to the chairman. So fans did. Daisy Jake. Daisy like DJs that have endless person. Yeah, but I thought you were on about the DJ she lived with. What worker means is there are more holes than in a punch repair kit. I think Danny was trying to hurry things up by making the move in the market by the press. Don't bring reality into this, Jake. That's dangerous. I think he just wanted to adore and just doesn't know how to get that by doing. Is it a nice lead channel, Summer? He looks like a good one. He's been good for me in messages. I've seen some of his stuff, so we'll see. I'm probably only going to be on for like half an hour. I think it starts at 9, and I will be on it for half an hour. Let me find it for you, so you can watch it later. Maybe have some of you lot there in as support. Eek. Live. Yeah, I'll put it in here a minute. I would if my keyboard had... my keyboard decided not to work. I love the keyboard, but it randomly shuts itself off in a power saving mode. Stop it. That is the YouTube channel I am going to be on later at 9 o'clock. So join us for that. Going to have my thoughts kind of thing. Reckon Danny just got fed up with the phone going straight to voicemail. Yep, true. I think we're like Newcastle fan when Mike Ashley was owner, now gone. Bin Tillman, but now doing amazing. Yes, they are doing amazing, but they've also got some FFP things. They got hit by PNF. The wheels on the team fell off, on and off. The wheels on the team fell off. Yeah, but it's like speaking to a child, speaking chance. It's a waste of time. He's a narcissist and needs to do one. He doesn't like helping criticism. Cause I'll give a bit of credit to that one. There is a little bit of that, but we'll see. DC Petty might not totally on him, but he just react to things. He doesn't work reactions. I sent a letter to Carlos about Butterfield, but he didn't have a letter open. Oh God, some really good comment tonight, guys. You know what? I thought they were not gonna go too good. I wasn't too sure how tonight was gonna go. I'll be brutally honest with you. I was not too sure how tonight was gonna go because some of the comments on the video have been interesting, and it's been a busy week. But I thought I would be busy doing stuff about, you know, important things like
transfers and players coming in, not bloody fan forum.
But when I saw the date, I could see it coming. 60 people watching. Can we get that close to the 60 people watching? We got 31 likes so far. But here's the thing. Also, We're All Wednesday, that needs to come back. We don't use that enough. We don't use that enough on things. And I think it should. It should really be used. Because the We're All Wednesday, aren't we, means something to me. And it should mean something to the fans in the club. And it doesn't get used enough. But I absolutely compromise by owners if we had a similar ownership to theirs. Yeah, I like the We're All Wednesday, aren't we? I think it should get used more often. I want the email to come to complain about Peter Shears being sacked. That's how bad things got. Jesus. I mean, the thing is that you can get some emails that go through and you do get a reply. It all depends on how busy and what it gets. And again, it could go to junk spam folders. Not going to lie, I'm disappointed there's not been a Jake rant for ages. Absolutely ripping everyone and you on. Mind you, it's not December. You might get one in February when I'm a bit tired and I'm sick of things. There was nearly a Jake rant when it came to the fan forum. Did my camera just die? No. There was nearly a thing, but I had to tone it down because like it's a fan forum. I knew what was coming. Exactly. That's the reactive and not productive. Literally is undoing the half work. Danny, the team, and the fans are doing. The problem is, the more we attack him and the more we do the protest, the more we do that, he's not gonna go anywhere. It's his club. It is his club. Like, I don't want to sound disheartened and pissed off, but it is, he does own the club. When he says my club, he's going, it's my club. The problem is a lot of owners go, it's my club, but you're the fans who help keep the club together. And we don't get that from him. We haven't had that from him from recently. The closest he had us getting together and sticking together is when we went up. Because we were all behind the gaffer. We were all about everything. And the thing is, we have to figure that out. And the thing is, we all make mistakes in life. We all make things. We're human. DC's human. I'm not saying that it's right to... we shouldn't bash on him. That's not the right way of doing things. But we have to do it. Oh, we probably won't have another one like Danny Rule. You're right. We probably won't have another one like Danny Rule. But at the same time, Danny Rule has got to also, when he comes into the job, has seen the press conference in the summer. Because remember, press conference in the summer, he was the second choice to Sitco. So I've seen that and known what he was going into. The madness of it all is the near silence. Yeah, I think the thing is, we'll see what happens. Generally, let's see what happens. But at the end of the day, we might not like it, and people might get annoyed with it, but we are technically stuck with him. He is the owner. But he doesn't see without us, he doesn't have a business or a club. He's pulling on the heartstrings for it. I'm not disagreeing with you, mate, Craig. I'm not disagreeing with you. But I'm also at the same thing going, I'm very realistic that he really doesn't want to sell the club. He doesn't want to do it. That's why he told us all to look for buyers. He doesn't want to sell. And the problem is, you've got someone who doesn't want to sell. You could get him 5, 6 people in front of him and could have decent money to buy it. And maybe they put an offer in at X amount, but he wants, could you do X amount? It's difficult. It's very, 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 very difficult. And the thing is, it's hard because if you want to protest. I ain't gonna stop you. But don't have a go at people who are protesting who go to the game. Consequently, Chelsea isn't the worst owner ever. Problem is that we've had most of those that are true. What I think you don't realise is, yeah, Chelsea does own the clubs. Right, I'm gonna answer this one now, Alan. Saying that I don't realise that the fans are the heartbeat of the club. I wouldn't be doing a fan channel if I didn't think we were the heartbeat of the club. I do realise we're the heartbeat of the club. Look at what happened during COVID. It killed a lot of clubs. I understand we're the heartbeat of the club. I wouldn't be doing a fan channel if I wasn't passionate about my club. Kind of thing. That's actually really, really pissed me off and upset me a little bit, actually. No offense, Alan, but that's actually really pissed me off a little bit, because I do understand what you're saying, and I get that. But as a realistic thing, we cannot do anything to get the man out. We have tried. Reading have still got their same owners. They're meant to have been having a takeover, and it's not happened. I don't know how we do it. The only way you maybe do it, you get EFL involved, you get government involved. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea went because government got involved. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, if you've got better ways of getting them out, do it. But I get it. How do you get EFL? He'll end up passing it to his son. It's not bashing. It's just calling him out one way. If it exits, it needs to put sale sign up. He is selfish and he should see the bigger picture. It's only the club when it suits him. Chill, Alan. Chill, Alan. And it's not him to find about it, is what I mean. Fair enough. Oh, right. Get you, mate. Typo. Thank you, mate. I mean, he doesn't realise. No, I saw it. I misread it. Did I misread it, or was it a typo? Yeah, I think Chansiri knows it's the heart of the club. But the problem is, I think he sees too many people who attack him. And that's the ones he sees. He sees the attack, then the good at times. High time, come on Leeds. High time, come on Leeds. MOD. Okay. Good thing come to those who wait. Maybe DR just waiting to maybe. Sorry, Alan, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying now. The reality, we don't have a club without Chansiri. He owns it, so you can't have Wentworth without DC. If you want to own it, get used to it, get over it. That's not a UJ. No, I get what you mean. My bad, I jinxed you. I didn't mean to cause a rant. It just the stream. It's all right, mate. The only way it's a scary way of administration, maybe. Will there ever be a time where you stop doing the channel? There've been times where I have. There's been times where I have thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, there have been times where I've thought about nearly stopping the channel and just walking away for a bit. 2019, I nearly stopped. But I do enjoy doing it. My problem is I don't know when to have a break. And I'm very focused on stuff. If I don't do the videos, I am very... how do I say it? If I don't do the videos, I get worse in my illness. It's a weird thing. I can't work to my seizure, but if I do it at my pace and do it how I want to, it's how it works. It's odd. What are you saying? Bashing called. Maybe, Dean. Maybe. Both the punk and start a video talking about chairman and both end up yelling. To be fair, Alan and Jess, I had told the chairman to at times. It doesn't respect majority of fans. Investment went down. I think DC is mental. Off his head, I do believe there is no community team. DC and the recruitment team. Guys, mental. I don't know. It's not true. If it don't even stop the channel, Jake, we love you. But yeah, you need to take a break once in a while. When the fan base get toxic and turn the venom at Jake, that's when he wants to give up. Pretty much, yeah. These days, I rarely look on social media. What my missus had just said, that's where I get to the point where I sometimes stop. I think it could put a lot of passion into the channel. And I do because I like making content, and I'm a little bit of a bugger for being a self thingy. People suck sometimes. They do. People will suck the life out of me doing videos at times. I duff myself down. I go again, and I think I'm putting my faith out there. I'm doing what I love. If you don't like it, don't watch. Very simple. It just depends the chance to hear it. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Thank you, mate. Much appreciate it. More passion, more energy, less footwork. Yeah. But guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call... I really don't love drama. My channel loves drama in terms of view, but I don't love drama. I find it fucking annoying. Your watch along though is great. Cheers, mate. It's a win-win. I knew this week would be busy. I didn't think it'd be this busy. Just for a little bit of context, I'll give you a little bit of context and just analyst here. On, I think it was this week alone, there've been 24k viewers on the channel. But guys, I am going to call this one here. Come join me on that live stream at the top. We're going live at 9. I'm going to go have a quick break. A little break with my missus and a chill before I have to start that one. Thank you for joining me. Just remember, we are the blood of the channel. We are the blood of the club. We can support the club. Support the boys. Support the manager. If you don't support the gaffer, if you don't support the chairman, sorry, you don't like it and you don't want to go, fine. Don't stop people from doing it. No, just have a good one. Always a pleasure to watch your work. Big love, bro. And up the Shagging Wednesday. Yep. Up the Shagging Wednesdays. You're like at the one-stop shop. I'm going, mate. Look at that. Well, always a pleasure. I've read that one. Thank you, Jake. Good things. Really respect what you do. Thank you, mate. Cheers. But let's do Leeds. Have a great weekend. Let's try and get 3 points at the weekend and not embarrass ourselves against Leeds. Yeek.